Hello everyone, this is Steve Winstead with another edition of Southern Dirt Motorsports Podcast. Along with my co-hosts Mike Luna and Tommy Guy.
Wait a minute, that's not right.
No. This is a special edition for me because my wife Vicky has agreed to join me, and I'm tickled to death to have her. She's my beautiful wife. We've been married for 21 going on 22 years.
That is correct.
She keeps me in line. Okay. Anyway, first of all, I just wanted to hop in here and give everybody an update. This is going to be kind of informal. I wrote some stuff down on my phone and also on this notepad here I've got hid.
And is it okay if I have questions as we go, just to go ahead and ask?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what a good co-host does.
Okay. This is my first one, so.
You're not only just a co-host, you're a special co-host.
Oh, well, I'm
Okay.
special. All right.
Okay, just wanted to hop on here and give everybody an update. First of all, I want to thank everyone for watching and your continued support. And I want to give a big thank you to Northfield Vineyard for allowing us to do our podcast from the winery. They are truly amazing people there. Please go by there sometime, give them a shout and tell them where you heard it from. Also, a big thank you to Randall and Doris Davis for your support and advertising you're doing for us. It just means the world to me. And last but certainly not least, Stephen Fields with the amazing job he is doing with the recording and editing. We have gotten behind because of some scheduling conflicts. The winery is booked up on the weekends, and I have not been able to be off on Mondays. As some of you may or may not know, I'm a rural mail carrier up here at Livingston, and they was there for a while. I had to work some Saturdays and take Mondays off, and that's not been the case for a while, but now they're begging me to start back on Saturdays, and I will for a few. Okay. Also, we're going to, the people that we was going to interview had been busy as well, but I think everything's finally starting to come together now. But in the meantime, we're going to be hitting the road for a while. Mike's in the process of getting us access to some of the local tracks to do video and interviews. I'm really excited about that. Yeah.
Kind of what are you thinking about? What places are you going to be looking at if you can get access to them?
Well, right now we're looking, of course, Sparta Speedway,
Right.
Golden Mountain Speedway, McMinnville. There is a place up here in Overton County I'm excited about that my brother-in-law, your brother, Jake Hoffman, is getting in contact with a landowner on a racetrack that was only in business for a couple of years. I think in the 50s, maybe 55 through 57, something like that. It's called Mitchell Speedway, and of course, a lot of the stuff is gone from there, but there's still some remnants there that I'm really interested in seeing.
And doesn't he have some kind of memorabilia in his
He
house
does.
that he's going to let you?
He does. He's got, of course, the old sign from the track, and he said that he had some other stuff that
Sweet. That'll be interesting.
Right, that we're gonna get to take pictures of, and I'm really excited about that, and I think that's coming up pretty quick.
Okay.
I think. Go ahead.
That sounds good.
All right. Bear with me here. Like I say, this is very informal. I've not got Randall Davis and Tommy and Mike to prop me up. Okay. I've had a lot of questions about the Hall of Fame.
Now tell me, what is the Hall of Fame? I hear you talk about that, and I'm not really sure, so if you'll explain it to me. There may be other people that don't really know what that is either.
Yeah, I'm sure there's quite a few that probably ain't.
All right.
That don't know what it is, rather. Back in 2016, well, it actually started planning in 2015, I understand. Mike Luna come up with the idea of the Upper Cumberland Racing Hall of Fame. And it was held at the community complex at the White County Fairgrounds. And things, I'm not going to go into detail, things happened with Mike that he wasn't able to be there. And it went on anyway, and the like I say, it was held January 4th, 2016. The first inductees, and so far the only inductees, some of these we've got to interview, some of we're in the process of getting. Mr. A.W. Cat Styles, Tommy Guy, everybody knows Tommy. Eugene Wood, on behalf of his dad, Gene Wood, everybody knows kind of what happened there with his dad. Earl Newby, B.K. Luna, Mr. Earl Lawrence, and Crew Chief Mike Holman. And that's been the only time that the Hall of Fame has been held. And when me and Mike got back together, me and him, we hadn't seen one another in like 45 years, and Facebook brought us together. And one of the first things that Mike told me was, he wanted to bring the Hall of Fame back. And
is the Hall of Fame a way of honoring those people?
Yes, yes.
They're given an award or a plaque or something in honor of their service and their time that they put in?
Exactly.
Okay.
They are so many deserving people. The process has already started about choosing this year's class. We're not ready to announce them yet. I've got to pick the one I want, and obviously I ain't gonna. I can't say now. But anyway, we're super excited about that. It's going to be at the Northfield Winery where we do our podcast at. Mike is working on the dates, the date when it's going to happen, and as soon as I find that out, everybody will be the first to know.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a good event.
It is. I'm super excited.
Will it be open to the public, or
yes.
is it invitation only kind of
yeah,
thing?
it's gonna be open to the public.
Okay.
We want the fans of these people, of these drivers, or if the drivers is not no longer with us, get the chance to meet their family and talk to them. I mean, when we do this, when we do the recording for the podcast, I've just got a minor role in it. I do the intro and outro for it. But I'm just in awe to see these drivers come in that I used to sit in the stands years and years ago, come in. I'm just like a kid in a candy factory,
Brings back good childhood memories.
Oh yeah, it does. It really does. Just like Lynn Sliger, I worked with Lynn down in White County when I lived down there. But he was such a giant of a figure, and such a legend that I was intimidated to even ask him about anything about racing. I mean, he would mention it to me, but I would always let him bring it up at first. And Cat Styles, I mean, we interviewed him, had a ball with him. He is truly a walking encyclopedia of racing history.
A lot of good stories.
Yeah, they are. Let me skip on down here.
Now, what can people do to help? Is there something that we can do, the fans can do to help with the Hall of Fame? Or?
Yes, if they wish to help with the Hall of Fame, we've had some people ask what they could do. And if they would like, they could take and mail a donation to our P.O. Box. It would be Southern Dirt Motorsports, P.O. Box 951, Livingston, Tennessee, 38570.
And that would go toward helping with the cost of the facility, if there is one, the table, setting up,
everything,
awards, all that kind of food.
So, the more money we can raise, the bigger the event can be.
Right.
Even if people are not inducted into the Hall of Fame, they deserve to be treated top class.
Absolutely.
They're, back in the day, before I ever started watching NASCAR racing, you had drivers like, Earl Lawrence or Julius Todd or B.K. Luna. I mean, they were rock stars. They were bigger than Richard Petty was in in the Upper Cumberland, and just want to honor these people for their labor.
Well, and ingenuity and the things they came up with to make things work.
Oh yeah, some of the stories I've heard. behind the scenes that wasn't recorded. I mean, they were quite innovative. I'll put it that way. And you know, I'm not going to spill the beans, but I just thought I knew a lot, but I didn't. I have learned a lot. I have been a student. Okay, let's get on to our notes a little bit more here. I want to give a shout out to all of my Facebook pages members at the various, yeah, I found it, here we go. Members at Sparta, and McMinnville, Winchester, Buffalo Valley, Hillham, and Clinton County Speedway Facebook pages, memory pages. You all have just absolutely went beyond my expectations. When I created the Sparta page, what has it been, about 8 months ago?
Yeah, something like that.
I told Vicki, I said, if I get 50, I'll be tickled to death. And so last time I checked, I think we had about like 1,200 members in it. I'm so thankful for that. I'm so thankful for y'all's support.
Oh, and you get so excited when you are able to look at those pages and see all the comments from people who have the same memories and same kind of experience growing up that you had, and it's just a really good look back.
It is, and you know, I had one person tell me, I was in a phone conversation with them, and I made the statement that, you know, it was the very first opening podcast that we done. Said that he called me up and said, was taking issue when I said that, you know, my racing roots run deep, and you know, I feel like they do. Yeah, I never did drive any, but I was around it a lot. I grew up in it. I grew up watching BK Luna, grew up watching Earl and Julius Todd and Gene Wood, and you know,
was that like a weekly thing that you did as a family?
Oh yeah.
The races, was it a Friday night, Saturday night? What kind of?
Sometimes on Sunday evening. I guess the Sunday evening was because, you know, it was a you know, we got rained out on Friday night or Saturday night.
Have to do Sunday. I was just curious if that was something that you did pretty regularly as a child.
It was. I mean, it was something that not only we did, but you know, neighbor kids would go with us, you know, and it was a big deal. And me and Vicki, we rode by the Sparta track, and I went to Sparta more than anywhere. That's where Dad wanted to go. I didn't have no choice but go there. But I slowed down, and I told Vicki some stories there that happened, and you know, where Mr. Gene Wood had his terrible accident, you know, you can still see where they patched the hole in the fence there, you know, where he tore the barbed wire up. But, you know, just a lot of great memories growing up. So I feel like
you fit in well.
I fit in well.
There you go.
You see why I've got her with me to help kind of prop me up? To skip on to something else. Like I say, May 16th, we're going to start releasing new content. And, just needed everybody's input, and please feel free to give your honest opinion, because this ain't our podcast, it's yours. You know, we want everybody to enjoy watching, and we want to do things that you all want to see and hear. For the past few weeks, we have alternated interviews and the Baxter Speedway videos weekly, swapping them week about. What's y'all's opinion on that? Is that something you like? Is that something you would like to continue? Also, there was a gentleman from Crossville messaged me on Messenger that he had some videos of Crossville the first 5 to 6 years after J. Paul Smith bought it, and he's so graciously digging them VHS tapes out, and I'm going to convert them over to DVD. And is that something that y'all would like to see? You know, please feel free to comment. And also, other thing, there've been some people have asked us about and need some input on, about caps, t-shirts, bumper stickers, stuff like that. If that's something y'all are interested in, please let us know. You know, tell us what you want. If
That's certainly something we could look into.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't want it, that's fine. we just want to promote and get the word out. And please subscribe to our channel. Hit that little bell on the side that when a new one is being published, that you'll be the first to be notified about it. And let's see if I've got anything else. Yeah, like I said before, Mike Luna, he's in charge of booking. And I'm going to give everybody just a sneak peek down the road. I debated about whether to do this or, whether or not. But on our list right now, we've got Linda Yates, the historian for Carl and Jimmy Yates. Everybody, I can remember them. I may have seen them run at Spartan down and at McMinnville in their Camaros. They were always tough competitors.
So you're hoping to have these people lined up.
Right. Mike's working on it.
Okay.
Joe Simmons and Jackie Grissom. Look forward to hearing from them. And they's like, I think, Mike sent me the list of like 17 he's got either lined up or going to line up to do for us to do. And super excited about it. And on Memorial Day weekend, can't go into much detail about it because everything's not chiseled in stone yet. But we're looking to set up at a place and down around McMinnville, and going to do a bunch of taping on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to get ahead. And super excited about that. Don't know how much I will get to be there because I've got a grandson that's going to be born that weekend. Yeah, hopefully. And we got, I think Mike may have a couple of guest hosts lined up to take my place, and I'm sure they can do a better job than what I do. I do the best I can. I'm not polished, not perfect. But I think that's about all we got today. Have you got anything else to add, Vicki?
I've really enjoyed it. Thank you for letting me sit in today.
Well, hope you're willing to sit in more. And for my beautiful co-host, lovely co-host, my wife, Vicki Winstead, I'm Steve Winstead. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Southern Dirt Motorsports Podcast. This has been a production of GLW Enterprises. Thanks.